friends, welcome to the Joyous Stamping with Rachel. I'm Rachael Coon and it's our wonderful Wednesday. Today I'll be showing you something that I think is pretty wonderful and it doesn't require any adhesive if used with ribbon. I'm going to hold while I flip and I'll show you what we're making today. 1 second. All right, let me push this forward and you can see everything okay. All right, welcome, welcome. As you may or may not remember, this is a different format than I've used before. I'm no longer doing our Wednesdays kit class, but instead Wonderful Wednesday, which means that if you order on Wednesdays, you get the wonderful item of the month that I'll send to you. This month it is our wonderful gems, which are these amazing adhesive-backed embellishments that are pretty awesome. And so be sure to order on Wednesdays. Use our hostess code for the month, and I have all those links in the comments below or in the description. All right, let me show you what we're making. I have two different samples of this one. So I have it in the Halloween and more in like a Christmas look. And these are pillow boxes. They are a mini one is what I would call it, but Stampin' Up calls them Pretty Pillowbox Dies. Let me show you the dies real quick to give you an idea what comes, and then I'll show you where you can find this in the catalog with some extra ideas as well. So Pretty Pillowbox Dies is the name of it. You have to use our die cutting and stamping emboss machine in order to use it, because it needs to run through the machine to cut the paper. Here is the big die that cuts out the actual pillow box here, and it does the stitching on the top and then embosses everywhere and then cuts along the outer side as well. And then you also have these extra things to go with it. So they have a cute little tag. We have these little flowers, two sizes and two of them. So it makes it so you can cut them out quicker. These little parts here line up so you can make two holes out of your scalloped edge, like right here when you die cut it out. So you see that, sorry. On the top little tag, and then you put ribbon through there. And then this one is a decorative border also for that front part. Another decorative part that has like these little cutout floral images, and then a cute little label as well. This stamp set, or sorry, this die does not have a stamp set that goes along with it. Let me show you where you find it though. In the catalog, it's kind of hidden and a real secret almost to find. So I'm on page 9 and page 8, and you'll find it right here on this top part, where if you get the whole suite, it would be included as well. And so it shows off on the samples using the paper. That's the gingerbread and peppermint paper down here. Let me show you the samples on this page. So they have one right there that has that die cut out to make that fun little look. And there's one right there that uses that fun label and the DSP like we're using today. So there's lots of different ways and different types of paper. I'm using DSP, which is our designer series paper. I'm using the Cute Halloween DSP, and this is the Tidings of Christmas DSP. And then I have two samples to make for you guys today, or to show you some of the basics. So for this one is just regular cardstock, and this is great because then I could stamp all over this whatever I wanted. And I went ahead and I used that extra little die to embellish right there in that front. I don't know if I want to call it a tag or like front fold over, I guess. So that's how that label looks that we cut out, those two labels. This one works great if you are using dimensionals to close, and I'll show you how to do that one in a second too. And then we have those cute little flowers I've die cut out in those two sizes. There's a larger one. Let me see if I can put this one up. There we go. And there's that smaller one right there. And of course, our little tag. I do suggest if you're doing the ribbon method, you need at least 8 inches, and it just depends what kind of ribbon you're using. This is the evergreen chevron weave ribbon, which is really beautiful and matches my paper perfectly. All right, let me go ahead and show you then how to make this, and then I'll play with that one a little bit too. So I usually have a bone folder out, and you see mine right here, and I'm going to tell you not to use that when you are actually making your pillow boxes. Let me show you why. So there's a score line right here. We're going to go ahead and just kind of fold that down, and there's another score line at the top to fold down that top flap, and you can kind of just find it and fold it. There it goes, really easily. And then there are these little side tabs here. These ones you have to play with. So what I suggest doing is to find it, kind of bend it forward, and then you're going to do a pinching method. Instead of using your bone folder, you're going to take the paper and pinch it together, just like that, to that corner. And we'll do the same thing to the one right next to it, and then we'll flip it into the other side. So you start to bend it, and you'll see where that score is, and then you'll just kind of pinch it. Just like that. See how that one is not gone? Let's go to the other side. So fold to bend to help you find it, and then pinch where they meet. Same for our last one. And depending on what kind of paper you are using, it might give you a little bit more of a struggle. I find that the DSP has been the easiest to work with, and I highly recommend that. All right, so now it's all ready to fold up. And you can do it one of two ways, the back side in first or our front side in first. Doesn't really matter, and you can switch it up even when you get to that point. I'm playing with it a little bit there to fold it. And you can see these parts where I might need to pinch it just a little bit more once we start folding it that way. Okay, then we're going to tuck it closed like that. I've seen some demonstrators who like to go ahead and round this part out. So if there was a part to use your bone folder, this would be it, just to give a curl. You see how that curled after I did that with that top flap, but it's not necessary. Just gives it that extra texture to make it that pillow that's rounded like that. Okay, so now we have our ribbon, and we're just going to go ahead and wrap it around and tie a knot bow. So just line your two ends together, make a knot. Maybe, there we go. And there's one knot. If I'm attaching my tag, you can either put it on now or you can use twine later on. This is a thicker ribbon, and so I'm going to attach it on later with my twine. So then you just do your second knot to secure it. Trim your ends to make them pretty, or you can have them frayed. That's kind of a cool look too. I'm just going to give them a little angle to it. There we go. If you don't want these to fray, you can use clear nail polish on the ends of your ribbon, and that will make them stay together. Okay, so here's our cute little pillow box. And there was no adhesive at all to make that. Now you're wondering, how do we open it and close it again? So this just folds back open like this. And then you can just add your candy. So I have this yummy Godiva chocolates I got from Costco, one of my favorite stores. And I could fit in here. Let's see if you can see that one. There's 1 and 2 in there nicely. And then we just close that back up by pressing down. Super cute. Wouldn't that be a great table favor for Christmas dinner or even for Thanksgiving? This would be a really cute little gift called a pillow box. Love it. Let me show you the tag I use. It's the to and from, and I'm using my Memento ink. You can use a color that matches your DSP. And this to and from came from my Frightfully Cute stamp set right there. But you can use any to and from that you have in your stamping collection. Like I said, this one does not coordinate really with any other stamp set, and so you can use it with anything. All right, there's our to and from. And then we'll just go ahead and wrap our twine around here. And there's a couple ways you can do twine attaching to tags. You can put them both ends in and then have it loop through and pull it. And then we can tie this in to here. You can kind of sneak it underneath like that, underneath it. And I'm using basic white, but you can use a different color of twine that you have to match as well. And then you just tie a knot here and make it as long or as short as you want. Okay, so super cute and easy. There's that one. Love it. To and from. And I like that you don't have to use any adhesive for this version, which is the ribbon, and that we can open it and close it and get out the treats without destroying it too. So I can totally take those out and my shape would still be there. Love it. Okay, let me go ahead and show you this one, and let's go ahead and stamp a little bit on this guy. Let's make this one another Halloween one, since Halloween's the next thing that's coming up, and I do have my Frightfully Cute out. Let me grab just a couple random images from this one, or even just sayings maybe. I haven't prepared any of this, so we're gonna just kind of go wing it and go with it. So yeah, grab my clear blocks. Let's do the little bat, could be really cute on there. And let's give it which way to the candy, because there'll be candy inside. We might even add the witch too. Let's grab her out. Sorry, I know that's off screen. All right, so we have our cute little witch there too. And then we can just stamp, however, when you're using, so this paper, let me show you. Super cute paper, right? I love this paper. However, I had to be mindful a little bit because of it looking upside down. This definitely is the way that you'd want to hand it to someone or lay it, having that flap up. And my bat right here is upside down, but I figured a bat usually hangs up upside down, so he's fine. So with this one, it didn't matter. There's no direction to this DSP. And for this one, I'm not going to care. I'm going to have it go randomly all over and just kind of be scattered like our bat paper here. So we always want to start with our biggest image first. Let's get, I'm just using Memento. You could have used the awesome purple that matches this too. I think this is the Highland Heather. Let's just go maybe 2 witches, not too many. Let's do a cute saying. And actually, I'm going to put my saying on the tag here. Which way to the candy? Just like that. Perfect. And then we'll add some bats. So we'll put a bat here. And again, there's no rhyme or reason to these ones. We'll put some stamping off on these little tags or side ends. And I probably could have fit one more witch in there, but that's okay. All right, we'll put our ink away and let's go ahead and play with this cardstock. So I have only used the DSP and I tried with the awesome craft paper and I found it really hard for me to use. And so you just have to play with it a little bit more. Again, I just creased those 2 spots. I'm gonna start the bend and then we'll do the pinch. But I've been playing with these a lot more. I made these for my stamp camp ladies using the DSP and they came together really quick. I ended up making like 14 of them. And because I didn't use any adhesive with that ribbon one, it was nice. And oh, I forgot to tell you, when I cut this out, I like to use a 6x6 piece of paper of DSP just to give me enough room. I think you can go a little bit smaller if you didn't have that full size. The pieces of paper I used, this one comes in a 6x6 and that one also came in a 6x6. So I didn't have to even cut it down at all. It was ready for me to use. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab the bone folder just to help this part curl. There we go. So it looks like that now. Let's go ahead and start to close it a little bit. Tuck these ones in and then like that. Okay. Looking super cute. Look at that little fun witchy. And our bats. Now what we're going to do though is put on dimensionals to the bottom of this one. Let me grab them. I usually have dimensionals on my table, but I was trying to clean up. Oh, and look, these are my embellishments. I have 2 boxes. One holds embellishments, and my other one holds dimensionals. This is my dimensional one, my yellow. Okay, there we go. We'll grab those ones out. I like to keep them in here, so that way I'm less likely to lose them. But then I like to also have them on my table, so then those ones are usually out and ready for me to use. Okay, so this is the bottom. We're going to just put dimensional right here on both ends and remove it. And then we're going to close this up again and line it up. There we go. And we're not going to put the adhesive over the tab though. We're just going to put it on the bottom of this label there, like that. And this, when we close this, it'll just kind of fold into it. Oh, almost. I might need it one more dimensional, or to fold that a little bit more. Curl that down into it. Okay. Again, you'll have to play with it just a little bit. Let's see if I can't make that. Oh, going in. There we go. Oh, see, mine's still folded, popping open. So I might actually have to use adhesive to close that down to make it better, huh? I think that might be the secret for this one. I think with a DSP, it would stay, but this is so much stiffer. So I would need just probably one more dimensional. Let's throw one at the top here, right on that label. And then we can close it. Tuck this in. And there we go, almost. Done. Got it. Cute. Again, you'd have to then get it from the sides to put the candy in and take the candy out. But you could put other fun things in here. Chapstick. Let me see if my chapstick would fit. So I have this size. Oh, it might be too big for that one. Well, just about. Yeah, probably just a little too big for that chapstick. But other fun things you could also put in there besides just candy. All right, you guys, I hope you've had fun and seen the different ways to make these cute little pillow boxes and give them a try. They're great dies, and you can find them at my online store or in the comments below with my link to my blog. Hope you guys have learned something new and have a wonderful Wednesday. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.